What is going on, everyone? And in this video, I'll be giving you my UFC Vegas 41 main and co-main event prediction for the upcoming event taking place this Saturday. Pretty solid main event. The two people that lost to Adesanya will now fight each other, and we'll see who wins this fight. Middleweight division, and then the co-main event, Grant Dawson versus Ricky Glenn. Not the biggest co-main event in the world, but either way, pretty solid fight night. Maybe not really, but at least the main event's going to be good, hopefully, and we'll see what happens. Could be one of the most boringest main events, now that I think about it. But either way, let's get into it. Jump right into it. Didn't do too good. Leave your picks. Didn't do too good on the last card, but we'll try to bounce back. Kind of knew I was going to do good just because of coming off of a perfect event. Leave your comments down below. Tell me who you're picking, and I'll feature, if you get them right, in the next video at the very beginning of the next video. But regardless, let's get into the main event of the evening. We got Paulo Costa, 13-1, plus 125. 67% of the people are taking him. He'll be taking on Marvin Vettori, 17-5-1, minus 150. 33% of the people are picking him. This fight will be taking place in the middleweight division. This is a sketchy fight because we haven't seen Paulo Costa fight outside of him getting absolutely destroyed by Israel Adesanya. And I think in that fight, he just came in way too cocky. He thought he was going to be the better striker. He's probably the better power, the heavy hitter guy, but he's definitely not the most well-rounded striker. He kind of relies on similar combinations over and over again. Brute force. He's going to go in there, press against you, put that pressure on you, be aggressive, and just try to break you with some strikes. That being said, though, if he doesn't break you, you can start hurting him, like we saw even against Yoel Romero. Like, at first, you see Costa drop him, and the next thing you know, Costa gets a little too excited, stands right in front of him, makes a big mistake. Yoel drops him, and Yoel kind of put a beating on his face throughout that fight, man. And it was, Costa's tough, but I believe he did win that fight. But at the same time, Costa's definitely capable of overcommitting to some of these big shots and getting countered really badly. Against a guy like Marvin Vettori, who's coming into this fight, who's probably going to be obviously the more well-rounded fighter. He has underrated striking. His striking's fairly quick, and he can generate some big power. He's obviously not known for just knocking people out, but I do think his striking is not something to overlook. In comparison to Costa, it's probably a little bit more technical, and you can definitely go for more shot selection. At the same time, you have to worry about Vettori grappling with you, taking you down, doing what he's does against like Adesanya, for example. And it's not the most exciting thing. And the one thing I think Vettori doesn't do a good job at is when he takes people down, he's kind of content with just sitting there in guard or whatever, and then just kind of letting the fight go on, when he should be attacking for stuff. He should be going for submissions. He should try to work for the ground and pound. He should try to just get into different advantageous positions so he can at least win on the judges' scorecard, because just taking people down or double legging someone, holding them against the fence, it's just not really going to do much. But that's probably what his game plan is, right? It's Marvin Vettori. The biggest thing I'm interested in seeing here is how Costa comes back. Is he going to go out there, kind of be the same kind of guy early on, go out and go crazy, land big shots, try to take him out? Vettori's never been finished, and I know he's taking some big shots, but at the same time, if Costa lands some of those shots cleanly on Vettori, like, I don't care who you are, you're going to sleep. But then again, it's hard for me to see how Costa can win this fight, at least on paper, other than just going out there early on and knocking Vettori out. I don't see Costa pulling off this technical 5-round, kickboxing match with Vettori, never getting taken down, never getting grappled against the fence and held there, and then Costa's just ripping shots throughout the fight, and he's fresh in the it's just, I don't see that happening. Not that I see Vettori being super fresh in the 5th round, but I just think Vettori's going to keep coming forward and, grapple with him, and that's just going to drain Costa. So if Costa doesn't get this early win in the 1st or 2nd round, unless he fights smart and somewhere in the 3rd and 4th round, he finds he's not gassed out because he's not landing these crazy big shots, he's not whiffing big shots, and he pours it on late or something like that, then I could see him winning. But he's going to have to go out there and show that. If Costa comes out there early on and you just see him whipping shots left and right, and Vettori's able to kind of just stay away from it, counter it, whatever, grapple, I just think Vettori's going to win this one. So do I think Vettori can win get a finish here. I think if Costa's like super drained in like that 4th and 5th round, if it gets there, I could see Vettori going for a submission or something like that and finishing him. But then at the same time, I think Costa, if he's able to hurt Vettori early, I don't know. I don't really know, right? Because I think Costa has to hurt him early or it's over. Like, it's one of those fights. Because I think Costa will still be able to keep going into the 5th round, but he's going to be so tired, man. So I'm going to go Marvin Vettori on this one. I'm going to take him to win against Paulo Costa. I'll take him to win by decision. I don't want to say dominant decision because I do think it could be just kind of boring after the 2nd round. So, but yeah, Vettori by decision. And then move on into the co-main event of the evening. We have Grant Dawson coming into this fight. This will be a featherweight fight. He'll be taking on Ricky Glenn. Dawson is coming in with a 17-1 record, minus 340, favorite, 92% picked. Ricky Glenn's coming in with a 22-6-1 record, plus 280. 8% of the people have picked him. And for Ricky Glenn, being a plus 280, Dawson being a minus 340. Minus 340 against... Minus 340 with someone who's going to probably try to grapple. Doesn't necessarily have the best hands. Kind of uses them to close the distance, get those takedowns over and over again. Does have power, though. I don't want to, shit on him for anything because he obviously has power. We saw in his last fight he was able to get that ground and pound victory. He's just landing bombs. And he probably obviously has power on his feet if he can land some of the shots. It's just not the most clean. I think Ricky Glenn's obviously going to have the more clean striking. It's just whether or not Glenn's able to do something early on. Now, we saw Glenn in his last fight. He was able to generate such good power in a short distance and win by knockout. So that is a little scary. Minus 340 seems a little bit big. It's kind of like saying that, he's definitely going to get those takedowns. He's just going to grind him out and smash him. And I guess that's what everyone thinks he's going to do. So, but it is a little scary to pick him because I do think Ricky Glenn could be a good dog if he's able to disrupt this somehow early on, if he lands like a really good shot in close, and then Dawson gets a little wobbled and he's like, oh shit, and then he's diving in for takedowns, and then Glenn, who knows, right? But yeah, I definitely see, it's not like Glenn has the best takedown defense in the world, and you were gonna find out pretty early on if he gets taken down and Dawson just like is climbing all over him, landing big strikes, slamming elbows into his head on the floor. Yeah, then of course like the minus 340 looks really good. So I'm gonna go Grant Dawson on this one. I'm a little worried of him how it's gonna go when he closes that distance. Does he get hit on the way in there and then get the takedown or something like that? But I do think, yeah, of course, Dawson, if he takes him down once, he's going to take him down, and then I think he can probably smash him out over the course of 3 rounds. And so I'm going to go Grant Dawson to defeat Ricky Glenn by round 3, KO TKO. So that'll do it, guys, for my UFC Vegas 41 main and co-main event prediction for the upcoming event. Leave your comments down below. Let me know who you are picking. And if you're right, I'll feature you in the next video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. Like to get more subscribers. Keep this stuff going. I'm about to have a big change in my living conditions. So I'm hoping I'm going to put more content, be able to put more effort into the rest of the cards so I can give you a full card prediction breakdown. But before we do that, obviously got to get some stuff right. Move out, do a lot of stuff. But either way, hit the like button if you want to. Engagement helps. Everything helps. I appreciate it. Everyone that watches it. 8 views, 10 views, 16 views, 20 views, 30, whatever it may be. I just appreciate the watch time. I appreciate everything. So thank you guys for coming back every week. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy the fights. And I'll see you guys in the next video.